Hey guys, my name is Chris and you're probably wondering who I am because I haven't uploaded a video in so long. It's been about a year and a half. Where have I been? Well, a few things might have happened.
Guys, there's nothing breakable here, is there?
Swoosh it, you end up swooshing. But mostly school. I've had some really heavy 1.5 semesters now, and yeah, things have just been pretty crazy with schoolwork and real life. So I haven't been able to start a series. It's always kind of like, man, let's get started. School actually like starts to happen, and then it got postponed again and again. So here I finally am. I have a willing semester, so I'm very excited to work on the Jedi Temple. It's going to be so awesome. I mean, look at this giant space that I've made just for this build. It's gonna be intense. So, the Jedi Temple. This is it. We're finally here. We're back. We're making a video. What's it gonna be like? The overall size of the Jedi Temple is going to be, I have no idea. It's been a year and a half since I made these custom tables. I had to make wooden tables because the builds were getting too heavy that they were like warping the plastic tables. So, I do believe that this table is roughly 4.5 by 8 and some feet. So that's roughly the size of the Jedi Temple. It's also 12 gray base plates and 36 green. So that is a lot of base plates. That's like 36 of those 32 by 32 green or blue or tan base plate, or red or brown. All of them? All of them? Okay. So it's going to be this ginormous build. If you're wondering what it's going to look like, the Jedi Temple is a square, right? This is a nice box. I'm basically going to take a big knife or lightsaber and cut it like this so you can see all of the insides from the back here. We'll see how well that works, given there's not a ton of space in this room. But as you can tell then, the focus will very much be on the interior. Of course, it'll also be a heavy focus on the exterior as well. One thing that I've been really considering is the scale of the build. And I know there's a lot of builders out there that like to build their builds exactly 1/100th of the actual build or something, right? You know, you have like your architecture models are a certain scale. And the Jedi Temple's not going to be like that. We'll kind of face that. The exterior will be to A scale, and then the interior I want to do to minifig scale. Or rather, all the scenes inside it will be heavily minifigure based. So you'll have scenes like the 501st killing, babysitting Padawans, and Ahsoka leaving the temple, and the Old Republic deceived. Oh, what a beautiful scene. The Old Republic deceived trailer, if you've ever seen that cinematic trailer, it's the most beautiful thing ever. So, anyways, it's going to be this massive project. It's going to kind of look like that. The structure is going to be intense. I'm not going to talk about the actual build-ish this episode. I'll talk about the massive struggle that will be the exterior structure and then the interior structure, and then let alone things like the design, the color schemes, the layout. There's tons of things that, you know, an architect or a good builder would kind of work and plan, and I'm sure there's a process to that. Obviously, I'm not one of those. So we'll just you know, get going on it, and we'll figure that kind of stuff out as we go along through the series. Hopefully you guys can help me figure it out a little bit. So if you're wondering what kind of stuff is going to be in here, I kind of mentioned Padawan clone, babysitting, Ahsoka. Definitely, there's lots of scenes from like the Clone Wars that I absolutely love, like, you know, Cad Bane infiltrating the temple. Beautiful. Stuff like that, like the Holocron Vault, I think would be so cool to add into here. So I have a few ideas like that are going to be put in here, so you can kind of expect that kind of thing. You can also expect the videos to come out probably about once a week. I'd really like them to come out like Friday nights. I really like uploading on Friday nights for some reason, and then it kind of trails into Saturday morning at like 3 my time. So Saturday mornings are normally when they come out. But as well, if I ever miss an episode, that's because real life happens. I mean, I've got this, I've got school, and I volunteer with some other things, so I've got quite a busy schedule. And normally when I did my Scarif series, I probably did like 6 to 10 hours of building a week, and that might always not be possible, but then I also sometimes don't feel like there's enough progress to make a video if I don't have a ton of progress. So we'll see how it goes. If I'm ever not uploading an actual episode, you can stay tuned. At some point in the week I'll have a live stream, and I'll probably announce that at some point there, or I'll tell you guys in advance. As well, if you want to stay up to date, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook for update posts on Temple in general, maybe other LEGO things, and quite possibly like when the actual episodes are coming out, or live streams or stuff like that. And as well, yeah, I'll post behind the scenes pictures on probably Twitter and Instagram. So that's a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. And I do have one big question for everyone here, and that is, I have a few ideas for rooms that I want to build in the Jedi Temple. You know, I want to have a hangar, I want to have the holocron vault, I want to have the library. What are some ideas that you guys have? Because I would love to hear what you guys would like in the Jedi Temple. Because, I mean, I've got a few ideas, they're okay, but I'm sure that you guys have some fantastic ideas, and I would love to hear those. On the one hand, I am kind of building this for myself, but I'm really also building it for you guys, and with you guys here on YouTube. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. You know, what your favorite scenes of the Jedi Temple are, or maybe what scenes you want me to build. One thing that I'm really looking for, and I would love to hear, if any of you have any like far out ideas about kind of like the magical, mystical force side of things that I could kind of incorporate into the Jedi Temple, because I know in Star Wars we see things, like in the Clone Wars we see the Mortis trilogy, and in Rebels we see the Mortis stuff, and then you see the World Between Worlds, the whole trippy Ahsoka, a little bit of time travel. We see that, and it's kind of stuff like that that would be super cool to incorporate into the Jedi Temple. Like, not the mainstream stuff, like the kind of the weird stuff. And I know in Legends, there's like a Hall of 1,000 Fountains. So something like that would be super cool to build, and I'd absolutely love to build something like that in there. So if you guys have any like far out ideas, maybe something that only works in LEGO, I'd love to put that in the Jedi Temple. So let me know your ideas. I'll try my best to read all the comments. And you guys are fantastic commenters, so I'm really excited to read the comments, of course. And that leads me to my last thing, is I want to thank every one of you who stuck around with me and is watching this video, because so many of you are the best people ever. Honestly, the comments that I get and the feedback that I get on my series, it means a lot, because I'm like pouring my heart into these builds, right? So it means a lot to have the fantastic feedback, and just a ton of feedback, because I love to hear what I'm doing, and I know there's a lot of stuff that I need to improve on, obviously. A lot of video work stuff is noticeable. But as well, I'm building the series with you guys, and so it's always a great thing for me to hear what your thoughts are and how I can improve, or you know, maybe what you've learned, or just whatever's on your mind. I don't know. But in this case, I'd love to hear your ideas of rooms for the Jedi Temple. And I just want to thank you for being super supporters. With the Scarif series, I always had an amazing comment section. You guys were the best, honestly. And if it wasn't for that, and it wasn't for all the people who have messaged me in the last year and a half as I've been gone, I've got a ton of messages from people that have really just, like, you know, made my heart melt kind of thing. Like, it's whenever people have told me that I've been able to inspire them through stuff like this, through my building, that really means a lot to me, because I never thought I'd be able to do anything like that with YouTube. I just came on here to build some little clone bases and stuff, right? I just wanted to be part of the fun, right? And to actually do that, I think that's the coolest thing ever, and I absolutely, yeah, I want to pay it back to you guys. So I mean, I hope I can do that by building another amazing, massive, ridiculous build and taking on some serious challenges there. And I hope that all you guys enjoy that, and yeah, I hope I can just kind of pay that back, because you guys are awesome and the best, and I gotta thank you so much. So anyways, I will see you guys all next week. Again, if you have any ideas for what I should put in the Jedi Temple, let me know in the comments below. As well, drop a like, and if you guys have any friends or, you know, random other LEGO builders that would like to see a crazy Canadian guy take on this massive build, feel free to share it. It would be amazing if you guys shared this around and kind of get my channel alive again. It's probably going to be dead. I don't know. We'll find out after this video comes out. But, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all next week when I start building the Jedi Temple. See you guys later.